Hey guys, so I thought I would document my hawk moth hatching out. This is meant to be an elephant hawk moth, hopefully, fingers crossed. But basically today I went to check on him. Usually when I check on him he doesn't really move. Today he was wiggling around like crazy. He is now settled, but I also noticed he's gone a lot more dark, and I noticed this little slit on his side. Now, usually what I've observed before is this sort of V shape almost like opens up like a little zip to help them come out. So this could be the very early stages of him actually emerging. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, so it's the 4th of May and he's hatched. Okay, so I went to check on him this evening and I think he's still in that sort of mood where he can't quite fly, but look, oh my god. Hi. Wow. Okay, so he probably hasn't just hatched out. It looks like he's, you know, getting his wings together. He could very well be a female. I am just assuming. I apologise. It's okay, I'm going to put you in your netted thing soon. So look at his chrysalis here. It looks like he's barely even made a mess coming out. Let me just... So I looked... Oh my god, it's like... That's so strange. It's like fully all together. He's obviously just popped out the top here. Look at those wings. Sorry, this is so out of focus. I'm just so excited. Can you hear them? So this is most definitely an elephant hawk moth, just like Harry was. Oh my goodness. He looks amazing. Oh my god. Okay, so despite me looking like I've held him a lot, I've held him for like 30 seconds. I know in Harry's video, some people will say leave them off alone. I've just let him crawl on me and I just took a photo. But I'm super excited. I'm going to leave him now. I'm going to set him up in his other cage. So this is your temporary home. It does look quite bland, but lots of netting for him to crawl up on and get those wings ready. So it's next morning and one of his wings looks like it's come out. The other one doesn't look quite right, so I'm gonna give him more time. I think that's what he needs. I thought I'd just quickly get him out so we can have a better look. This wing looks like it's like the wrong way around. It should be facing inward, but maybe he'll sort that out. Another thing that's changed is his eyes have now gone green. When he first came out they were actually black. So it's a bit later in the day and not much has changed, and when I had him out earlier when we were filming, I noticed one of his back legs was hanging off as well, and that his wing, the one that's turned, sorry you can see my shoes through this, but the wing that has turned the wrong way has sort of hardened in place like that, so it doesn't look like it's going to get in the right position. So I've just made some food for him. I basically mixed some honey and water together. I was reading online, it's a good thing to do. And then what we're going to do is put this cotton pad in it to soak it up, obviously, so he doesn't drown or anything. And hopefully there should be enough that this gets damp and he can sort of feed, because generally moths and butterflies don't eat a lot. It's normally nectar, something sweet. So we're going to do this for him. So I'm going to put him on here. I'd also like to say that the only reason I pick him up to move him is if he crawls on me. I never pull him off the side or anything like that. Okay, so that didn't last very long because he just starts walking on me. But he keeps trying to, you know, use those wings. And they're very powerful. But, I don't know. Maybe he had a sugar rush. So since he has now been sat here, I've put on a light. We did some photos, you can see his face very clearly, but something I did notice is this wing underneath is sort of shriveled and like white and black, but if you look at the other side, what the wing's meant to look like, it's meant to look like this. So I'm wondering whether that side of the wing was always going to be just not quite right. I know statistically, you know, you are going to get moths and even butterflies that hatch out and aren't perfect. Sometimes they don't even emerge out of the chrysalis. So it is a shame, but I wanted to show you this. I know some people might just decide not to make the video. Some people might say, oh, I let it free, you know, you missed it. Or some people might, you know, this might happen to a pet and just say they rehomed it, you know. But I wanted to be honest with you because this is nature and sometimes it doesn't always work out great. So it's a bit later, and don't worry, he hasn't been sat here this whole time. I did put him back, I just brought him out because it's better light here. But here you go. So it's been 24 hours since he hatched out, and what's really interesting is last night he hatched out and he had black eyes. Then in the daytime I said, oh, he's got green eyes, and now they're black again. That's really cool. I never noticed that they actually change a bit. Anyway, he hasn't obviously changed much. His swing still isn't right, so it does look like he's going to have to stay with us. And of course, if you want updates on him, follow me on Instagram. I really didn't want to do this. You know, he was born in the wild. I wanted to release him. My best friend found him in his garden as a caterpillar, brought him round to me. He pupated quite quickly. You know, we made sure he went into hibernation and he survived that and he's come out. And, you know, things gone a little bit wrong. But, you know, I've had waxworms for years, obviously, with my geckos, and you can have so many pupas and there's going to be quite a few of those moths that come out not quite right. So this can just happen, and obviously if this happened in the wild, he probably wouldn't survive long. One thing I might, you know, consider being the cause of this is maybe when he hatched out it was so quick, like I missed it, but the tub he was in, maybe that wasn't big enough. And if I would have caught him hatching out, I was going to put his tub in the mesh pop-up lid so he could emerge out and straight into that. But, you know, I checked all day and he hatched out so quickly. And for some reason, these wings just hardened so quickly. Like, usually, like in some butterflies, I know he's not a butterfly, but in some butterflies, they can take up to 24 hours. So, it's unfortunate, but we can only learn from situations like this. And he seemed like, obviously moths, you know, they're not dogs. They're not going to just be friendly to me because I'm a human or anything like that. But he does seem to like sitting on me, so that's nice. But we're going to make sure he has lots of sugar water. I've even got some nectar mix that I just have for butterflies and stuff anyway, so he can have some of that if he wants. We're going to make his house super nice, and if we have a nice day and it's just a little breeze, I can sit his mesh house in the shade somewhere and he can get some natural breeze like he would in the wild, though elephant hawk moths tend to be more active at night. Also, if you are wondering, they tend to only live up to 5 weeks, so it's quite a short lifespan, but we'll do our best to make it nice for him. But anyway, I wish this could have had a better ending where we're releasing him. I was so excited. I've waited so long, but things happen, and all we can do is learn from them. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it wasn't better. As I said, follow me on Instagram and you can get updates on him, and I have tons of other butterfly videos and another successful elephant hawk moth video with Harry the hawk moth, so I'll leave them all below, all the links. But thank you for watching, guys, and goodbye. Because also, like, seriously, look at that little face. That's so cute. He splooged on the side, so this looks a bit like, I think it's macronium that comes out when the moth or butterfly comes out of the chrysalis, but it came out of his butt.